Evening, everybody. So we're gonna keep going forward here, but to keep it simple, and I don't want to just make a ton of videos of all the questions because we had about a 4 hour conversation that night, and it was a great conversation. And the crazy part is we weren't on a date. We were just two people that randomly ran into each other and just hit it off with a great conversation. Sometimes that's how it'll be out here, right? Not have any kind of intimate tendencies or anything, but just wanted to have a great conversation. And we were both about the same age, and we neither of us had any kids. She was unable to have kids for whatever reason, which is nothing wrong with that. Another one of those things that you can't judge a person for because it's out of their control. Excuse me. But so we just asked each other a bunch of even the basic questions like the craziest thing you've done and what's the funnest place you've ever gone to and traveled to. Um, do you believe in ghosts? Right. What's your religious values? Right. Like all the different aspects that you would want to know about the person. Right. To know how fun they are, know how creative they are, what's their, what the best creative thing that they've got into and what they've done, right? Like all the things that you would want to know of the person, so that way as you're going forward in that dynamic, uh, you actually get to know your person. Now, granted, this wasn't my person, right? Wasn't even a potential. We were just two people having a conversation. Chances are, I will probably never see this woman again, right? And the crazy part is we were having a great conversation. There was no talk of running away to the bathroom or whatever, right? There was no talk of going out to the parking lot and doing anything that might be otherwise a part of the endeavor, right? We were just two people having a hell of a conversation. And it was. I left that conversation and I felt like holy crap, I actually felt refreshed. So every now and again I will run into people where I can actually sit and I can actually have an adult, open, honest conversation with no want to just run away with them and bump uglies or any of that other stuff, but just want to talk to somebody, meet somebody, have a good time with them, maybe buy a drink, and just sit there and talk. Right? Think about how many people that you meet on an every given day basis. Right? And then think about the possibilities of all the conversations that can come out of all the people that you meet every day. Think about that for a second, man. Like, wow. You walk into the office, depending on how many people you have in the office, right? You go to a coffee shop to get a coffee in the morning. Go to the gas station, right? Uh, uh, Grocery store. And the list goes on and on and on and on. If you travel for work, if you're sitting in an airport, whatever. Like the number of people that you meet on an every given day basis, right? Unless you live under a rock, or unless you work from home and you don't really see much of the light of day until after you get off or whatever you're doing, right? But for me, I run into a lot of people every day. I have conversations with folks every day. It may only be for a few minutes, it may be for 5 minutes, it may be for an hour, it may be for longer, depending on the situation. But the brass tacks is I love talking with folks. I love it. It's a highlight of my day. If I go out tonight and I run into somebody and have a conversation, right? Because I try to at least do that with at least one person a day. That's kind of a self quota that I have, is to have a good conversation, or a more than a 5 minute conversation with at least one person every day. Right? Not hard. It's actually pretty easy. Now you're probably wondering why I'm kind of ending it here, is because, you know, we asked each other a lot of questions and we had a phenomenal conversation. It was probably one of the better conversations I've had in a while. And I've met a lot of people over the years. I met a lot of people. Having conversations is one of the most simplest things as people we can do. Getting to know a potential person that might be potentially a long term person in our life is one of the most awesome things that we can possibly ever do. Are you going to crash and burn a lot? Absolutely. I can't tell you how many times I've crashed and burned, how many times I've been rejected, how many times in the first 2 minutes of potentially having some kind of an engagement or involvement with a woman, she gave me the and I just walked away without any words being said, because this usually says it all, right? But I hate to say it, but that's true, right? If there's and it's all over here, I just don't even embark on that journey, because I know when to walk away and when to engage. But I'm not scared to talk with folks too. If I'm out and about doing whatever it is I'm doing, I will usually end up talking with people around me. If we're standing in line, right? If there's um, wherever it is, we may only be in line for 5 minutes and have a 5 minute conversation. But hey, so I guess what am I saying here? When you're out and about, just talk with each other. You're standing in line, man, take that 5 minutes. And if that person behind you or in front of you is kind of seems like they're wanting to kind of engage, they're getting a little bored with just standing there or whatever, take the 5 minutes. You might give someone a good day with just having that conversation. You might brighten someone's day. That conversation that they had before they go to work or whatever in the middle of the day might be the very thing that gets them through their day with a big smile on their face. Or if it was a salty conversation, it might be the very thing that destroys their day, just depending on how it all goes. Conversation. I love having it. It's the highlight of my day. But my good folks, sending all love and light to you all. In case you don't make another video this weekend, you guys all have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon. Till next time.